What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the hottest basketball kicks on the market. Today, we're breaking down the Way of Wade Fission 9, a sleeper hit from Li-Ning's Way of Wade lineup. Are these the ultimate outdoor ballers? Stick around to find out. The Way of Wade Fission 9 features a very outdoor-specific traction setup. The outsole may look decoupled, but in reality, what we have is a full-length rubber cup sole, built with some heavy-duty rubber at that. The traction pattern itself is a series of thick, deeply set, horizontal lines that will take forever to wear down. However, as well as this might perform outdoors, it is not an optimal setup for all-around performance. For starters, the horizontal configuration of the traction pattern will work great for linear movements on court, but lateral coverage could be an issue, especially indoors. If you plan on playing with these exclusively on gritty outdoor surfaces, you probably won't have any problems, but on sleeker surfaces like PVC parquet, lateral slippage seems likely. Then there is the build of that rubber cup sole. The rubber is so tough and there is so much of it that it doesn't allow the cushioning system to expand and contract underfoot, and it makes the shoe extra stiff. This is a huge trade-off to boost the outsole durability, which might be worth it for some, but not for most. The Way of Wade Fission 9 features 3/4 length Boom cushioning, housed within a Light Foam Plus carrier. Boom is Way of Wade's best foam cushioning, and Light Foam Plus is a firm and basic lightweight EVA. On paper, this reads as a wonderful setup for outdoor play, and as a lot of bang for your buck. The issue is the implementation. The cup sole suffocates the boom foam, which feels great in almost every other Way of Wade shoe it's featured in. There are some small cutouts in the rubber, but they are not enough to allow the foam to do its job. With ample breaking time, the midsole may begin to soften slightly, but even then we would be talking about a very reactive, almost neutral cushioning system, which is not optimal for outdoor play. Before we proceed, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more in-depth reviews, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow and reach more hoop enthusiasts like you. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll never miss out on the latest basketball gear reviews and tips. Your support keeps this channel going strong, and I appreciate every one of you. The Way of Wade Fission 9 features a primarily textile build, which, for the price, is above average. There are two different textiles used on the Fission 9. The material used on the toe box feels like a very heavy-duty ballistic mesh, with a fuse overlay at the very tip of the shoe. The side panels of the shoe are constructed with a much thinner and more forgiving bit of textile. Both of these materials do a good job of conforming to your foot and enhancing lockdown despite a slightly plastic feel. But, in terms of performance, they get the job done. Aside from that, we have to lace cables towards the top of the shoe, plastic eye stays at the midfoot, a nice external heel counter, and a gusseted microfiber tongue. Again, nothing elite or premium, but it is all functional and boosts the shoe's all-round performance. Support and containment on the Fission 9 are presumably the shoe's best qualities. The main highlight in this aspect is the Pro-Bar Lock torsional plate. This is a very heavy-duty TPU shank plate that covers the whole midfoot of the shoe and extends out into the forefoot as well. So you'll get all the torsional rigidity you could ever need and some spring in your step as well. But the shoe also features a second, top-loaded TPU shank plate. On top of that, the aforementioned heel counter does its job well to keep your heel in place. Lockdown is also on point, thanks to the construction of the upper, the lace cables, the fuse and synthetic leather overlays, and the actual fit of the shoe. In this sense, the Fission 9 is a very stable and secure feeling shoe on court, maybe even too much so. The combination of the Pro-Bar Lock plate, the second TPU shank, and the substantial rubber cup sole makes the shoe very stiff and will require a good amount of break-in time. But, on the bright side, if you are a basketball player who needs an elite level of torsional support, this might be the shoe for you. The Way of Wade Fission 9 runs slightly larger than Fission 8, so go with whatever size you usually use with Way of Wade. However, I recommend to go half size down from your Fission 8 size for a snugger fit. The Way of Wade Fission 9 is a niche performance basketball shoe. It is not a bad shoe per se, it's just not built for everyone. If you're looking for a secure, stable and tough outdoor basketball shoe, the Fission 9 has you covered. But this is definitely not the fluid, comfy, all-around performance model the Fission 8 was, which, admittedly, is disappointing. Even more so when you look at all the performance features that are packed into this, very reasonably priced, basketball shoe. The implementation is just slightly off. The Fission 9 might turn out to be a great basketball shoe for some, but probably not for most. That's it for today's review. Have you tried the Fission 9? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more hoop shoe reviews. Until next time, keep ballin'.